When you were asked what's the biggest geopolitical threat facing America, you said Russia. Not Al-Qaeda, you said Russia.
Do you think that the Obama administration choked and should have done more when it knew that the Russians were interfering?
Yes.
I think the Obama administration should have done a lot more when it became clear that not only was Russia intervening, but it was being directed at the highest levels of the Kremlin.
President Obama, he did not do nothing. He did a lot, but he didn't do enough.
Is that there was smoke coming out of the kitchen. The response was to open the windows when we needed them to really take a fire extinguisher to the problem.
And talked about hacking going on, but he didn't specify that it was Russia.
Given the seriousness of this, I think the administration needed to call out Russia earlier.
Criticized former President Barack Obama for not doing enough. By the way, I happen to agree with that.
Needed to act to deter and punish Russia earlier.
Kind of a slap on the wrist.
And I think that was a very serious mistake.
Well, what was known back in August, and once it was verified and cross-checked, should have been made public.
And it was set in terms that you could easily have just ignored.
I wish that he and the administration would have acted differently here.
The biggest long-term threat to our democracy, indeed democracy around the world, that does come from Russia.
In the 1980s are now calling to ask for their foreign policy back because, the Cold War has been over for 20 years.